Hi guys, it's Marla and I am here today with a very quick tip of the day. A lot of times I try to figure out different ways to make things easier for myself or look at gadgets in different ways that may have different uses than normally thought of. But I ran into a problem with my nails when it came to polishing them. Now, this is normally the length I keep my nails. They're not super long because I have to do a lot of crafts and things around the house sometimes, so I don't want them super long. So as you can see, like for example, my thumb, there's some skin showing. So when I go to paint my fingernails, I never get my nails done out. I always do all my own nails at home. I don't wear fake nails. I just kind of use what I got. And the problem that I run into a lot with shorter nails like this, my thumbs for example, is when I'm painting them, a lot of times the nail polish will get on the skin, if you know what I'm saying. Like you're trying to paint your nails, and because the nail doesn't extend over the tip of the skin, when you're trying to paint your nail, you'll get all that nail coloring on the skin area where you don't want it. And I thought to myself, what would be something that I could maybe jury-rig or put together that would make painting my nails easier, where I could make them almost look like they were professionally done, but have them not be professionally done. So these are the things that I use at home to give myself my own professional manicure that looks super neat. All right, and this is what I do at home, or this is what you'll need if you're gonna do this. You're gonna need some non-acetone polish remover just in case there's any mess. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't use this at all. Some Q-tips precision swabs. Now these are the swabs that kind of have the pointy end rather than the round end. Again, sometimes I use these, sometimes I don't, but these are really handy. They come in for other uses. For example, you know, if I draw on my eyebrow and it seems a little too thick on the side here, I can use these to just do a perfectly straight line. These are really great little swabs. I need a wooden stick. Now this, I believe, is something you can get at any CVS, Walmart, in the nail area. I think that's used for pushing back your cuticle because it has this kind of a flat little tip on it. But I'll be honest with you, I have a video coming out in about a week. My cuticles are almost non-existent now, and my nails are hard as a rock from what I've been doing, this little kind of routine I do nightly. And I'm in the process of filming that video, and that should be up in about a week. And it's just amazing how hard my nails have become. But this is another thing that I use, and this is mainly used for cleaning up the sides when I do the polishing. Nail polish, and I'm going to use the Essie. Nice and dark, so it can be nice and messy. And this one is in Midnight Cami. And a pair of scissors, some tape or a stapler, and the most important ingredient, and it's a piece of card stock paper. Now, you can get this anywhere. You can get this at Staples, Office Depot, Walmart, and what it is in the stationery area, it's paper that's harder than fax paper, you know, like thicker than fax paper, but not as thick as cardboard. So it's kind of in between. It's used to make, I think you use it for making cards. So I think it's called card stock. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But it's just a little thicker, you can hear it. So what I do is I just kind of cut it right about here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I just do a straight cut up. So now I have a piece of paper about this size. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it kind of like this right here. And then I'm going to put either tape here or I'm going to staple this together. So because I have a stapler right here, I'm just going to staple this. And you're probably wondering, what is she going to do with that? All right, so now I have something that looks like this. And I have found this little apparatus really helpful when it comes to putting on my fingernail polish, especially on shorter nails where I don't want to get all the polish on the skin area. What I do is, and it takes a little practice to get this technique and to kind of be able to hold this in your hands. Sometimes I put this between my legs, but I've actually gotten quite good at this, that I now can kind of steady this in my one hand. But what I do is I actually put my nail like this. See how it covers up the edge of the skin there, like that. And then I get my nail polish, and sometimes I also use a tissue sometimes, and I'll show you why. But so I'm going to do my thumb. So I can hold this with one hand. You see, I've gotten quite good at doing this. And I'm going to let the nail go over the edge of the paper, but the paper is covering up my skin. And I'm going to get my nail polish, and then I'm going to polish. It's going to be tough to do this. You won't be able to see it because I have to look at what I'm doing. But I'm going to get my nail polish, and this way I can just take that nail polish right over the edge, because the edge is covering, the paper is actually covering the edge of the skin area of that shorter nail. So as you can see, this way, see how I was able to paint that nail, but because the paper was there, it protects the bottom area it protects the skin area. So now what I do is I'm going to just kind of move this over a little bit more. It's so hard to do this like this way. Move it over so I can get the next section of skin covered. And then I'm going to grab the polish again. And sorry I can't show you polishing, but it's tough for me to kind of hold it up and show it at the same time. And finally, I'm going to go to the very edge here, slide this around, and you can see I can actually hold this paper with one hand, secure it while I'm polishing with the other. And then I'm going to polish the remainder of my nail. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to take this off, and you can see there is absolutely no nail polish on this part of the skin. I do have a little bit here on the side that I need to just clean up, and that's what I'm going to use my little stick for. So I'm just going to take the stick sort of and just kind of go down here and try to clean that up a little bit. And then if there's still any polish that you think you want, sometimes I like my nails to be absolutely perfect, but if there's still any polish on the side here that you really want to clean up, like this one little dot here is really bugging me. So what I'll do is I'll dip the end of this Q-tip into some non-acetone polish remover, and then just go over that area with polish remover with the Q-tip. And now I have a perfect nail that's very short with no mess on the tip of my thumb, because anything that would have come over the edge would end up on here, any mess. So it's really kind of a cool little cheap gadget. And if I do happen to go over and get polish on here, all I do is get some tissue, just kind of quickly rub it off so that when I put it on my next nail, it doesn't make a mess on the next nail, and I don't have to keep making these. But this has really been my little helper when it comes to putting nail polish on, especially on nails that are shorter, where you have the skin showing. This covers the skin up, and you will get, if you practice enough, you will get really good at kind of holding this with one hand while you polish it. But this is a great gadget for those of you who do your nails at home, don't want a total mess, but want them to look like, almost like they're professionally done, super neat. Hopefully you guys will try that out and let me know if it works for you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.